Good morning, guys. We have woken up today in the most beautiful place. We're actually parked up next to a lagoon.
It's a pretty impressive place. Right on the other side though we have the sea, and it's quite beautiful actually.
And there are quite a few campers parked up here as well. Now this place actually has quite a sad story to it.
This lagoon, which is actually massive, is called Mar Menor. A strip of land that runs along it all the way up the coast is called La Manga, which means the sleeve, basically. It's actually one of Spain's biggest environmental catastrophes. They said that the lake, about 80% of the lake is contaminated, all from, or mostly they say, from farming, all the nitrates running in from the fertilizers, and where it used to be full of fish and all sorts of different life, now there's just mainly algae growing and it's kind of dead. So it's a bit of a shame because it is absolutely spectacular, really beautiful place to park up, but I guess they're trying to do something about it. How easy it is, who knows.
Today the plan is to go to the city of Cartagena, which is a city that Alex has always wanted to visit. I'm quite excited about it too. It's got a beautiful Roman theatre, I think right next to the sea or to the port. Not really sure, we will see when we get there. Quite excited. So thankful and so grateful that we get to do this.
Let's go.
About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
We have arrived in Cartagena in true Malin and Alex style. We haven't done any research at all about the city. We only know that there's an old Roman theatre and a bunch of other old stuff down by the port.
The Roman theatre is the only reason that Alex has always wanted to visit Cartagena. You really want to visit this city. You've talked about it many times. But we have found in a blog post that I just scrolled through quickly that there is a nice fresh market, and we're in front of it right now. What's the name of it again?
Santa Florentina.
So we're just going to check it out, and then we're going to see if we can have a little coffee somewhere close by. The first thing that struck me walking into this market is that it reminds me of the fresh market in Malaga city where Alex and I used to live. Just a little bit smaller and not as renovated.
Yeah, the one in Malaga they did up, and it just kind of touristy area instead, and prices went up and half of the actual stalls disappeared to become restaurants and little bars. So it's quite nice to see a proper market that is still kind of authentic, I think.
Yeah. So that was a very quick stop at the market. It was actually not that much to see. It was very small and we didn't have anything that we were planning on buying anyways. So now we're going to continue down the historic center and find the Roman theatre. I don't think that will be very difficult to find.
We just found these stairs going up and we've got a feeling there's going to be something interesting at the top.
Obviously, as we are in Spain, we found some Roman ruins up here. Now we don't know anything about them yet because we haven't read any signs. But this country is absolutely full of Roman ruins as well as old Moorish buildings. The Moorish people, the Muslim people, were here. When was that, Alex?
711 AD until 1492 AD.
And the reason he knows that is because, and I should know that too, is because we used to be free walking tour guides when we lived in Malaga many years ago. And that part of Spain, which we will visit later, is full of history.
Conveniently, we found a little coffee shop.
We're not going to stay in Cartagena for very long. We're just going to have this coffee and then we're going to walk down to the Roman theatre.
These trees are just enormous. Size of them, and we've got these big branches that come down and touch the floor as well. Really impressive.
Why is there netting around that?
Maybe it's to protect it, stop people touching it, and then support it. I'm not sure, but I mean, wow, it's massive.
What kind of tree is it?
I'm going to say rubber tree, but I'm not sure.
So here we are in front of the Roman theatre in Cartagena, El Teatro Romano. There are many of them in Spain, but this one looks pretty special, to be honest. I think I like the look of this one better than the one in Malaga where we used to live. So we're going to head up that way and we're going to get a view of it from behind. This brings back so many memories. We haven't had deep fried squid for so long. Can you even remember, Alex? More. We left Malaga in 2016, and I think the last time we had it was probably in 2015.
It's good. It's good.
It's really, really good. And this, people, this is deep fried eggplant in black honey. We thought we ordered very little, but I think with this we're gonna be pretty filled up.
So they have miel de caña on top of them, which is sugar from sugar cane.
It's not actually honey. Miel means honey, but it's from cane. Surely it must be.
Yeah, so I guess you have maple syrup, you have syrup, agave syrup, and syrup from sugar cane, I suppose. Yeah, it's nice. There's obviously a lot to see in Cartagena. This is just a snippet of it, and I think it's a place we'd definitely like to come back to in the future. But right now we're going to head back to the van and go and find a nice park up for the evening. Before we hit the road, we just want to give you an honest opinion about that restaurant. Actually, when we were sitting there, maybe we weren't completely honest about it because we're not used to doing these food reviews anymore, and well, yeah, we didn't want to do it in front of other people.
It wasn't really a food review, but you know, talk about our food.
Yeah, so the squid rings were really small. Normally you get quite big ones. They were tasted good though, but the berenjenas were overcooked, really dry, not what we used to in other restaurants when we lived in Spain before. And the patatas bravas, the potatoes, were definitely undercooked. They're normally nice and golden and crispy. So yeah, I think in the future we need to be more honest with our food reviews and just get it right the first time. Also, the squid portion wasn't really a medio ración, it felt more like a tapa, which, you know, it's a smaller portion. So I guess maybe a location right next to the harbour or close to the harbour in the city centre, maybe just push the prices up when you get smaller portions. We should know that, really.
Or it was a tourist scam.
Yeah, I mean,
because
lots
the
of
neighbours
locals
had lots of food.
Yeah,
on
but
their
maybe they got a bigger one. We don't know. But anyway, lesson learned. We need to think of that in the future.
Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me.
Hitchhikers, Malin?
Yeah, we also used to hitchhike.
I see.
We hitchhiked in 2017. We hitchhiked from Thailand to Spain.
Wow!
All the way. No, but it's nice to hitchhike. Do you enjoy it?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. Me, I love hitchhiking. I would love to go all the way around the world hitchhiking.
Oh, you should.
Be free with me.
I think we mentioned in another video that if we ever see any hitchhikers, we will pick them up because we have about 600 cars
Of that to pay
of
back.
them to pay back. So here they are. We picked up a very nice French couple. What are your names?
Etienne?
And they are lots of them. And they are going to Cabo de Gata, which is a place we're going to go to maybe in a few days from now. But we're dropping them here in towards Mazaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy hitchhiking, guys.
Yes. So nice to meet you. Yeah.
So nice to. Alright, ciao.
I really enjoy that. That means so much to us to be able to pick up some hitchhikers. We did pick up some hitchhikers a couple of months ago around where we were living, but to actually be able to pick them up when we're on the road, that was a really nice treat for us and certainly a nice treat for them.
And they got some avocados from us as well.
Yeah, and oranges.
And I got the wrong way again.
Oh my god, second time wrong way, just from dropping them off.
Guys, we just arrived at a place called La Calera Beach, which is actually a dog beach just close to a place called Azoya. It's kind of on the next peninsula around from Cartagena. We went right down to Azoya first, but it was chock-a-block and really busy. And this place just looks a bit more relaxed, to be honest.
A little bit more Malin and Alex style.
Yeah, more chill.
Yeah, more chill, definitely.
Refreshing.
Too cold, I didn't expect this. Woo.
Salty.
Yeah, but that's normal. Woo. I need gap. That's too cold.
Refreshing.
We've spent a few days at this park up now and it's been lovely. It's been the weekend, so it's been full of people. All the camper vans that were parked up here with us were all Spanish, and there were loads of people coming during the day as well. It's a dog beach, so it's not as crowded as all the other ones. The reason we wanted to stay here for quite a few days is that if you walk this way, you can walk all the way to Azoya. I think it's pronounced Azoya. Azoya, the first part of it and also the second part of it. So you can get all of your steps in. It's flat, there are lots of other people exercising as well, and it's a really, really pretty walk. And we wanted to stay here at least one more night because it's empty, super quiet, no one bothers us, and we've got really good 4G here. But our toilet is basically full and it needs emptying. And that's alright when it comes to number ones, but when it comes to number twos, we're not going to do it in nature here because there are too many people coming by here, walking by every day, exercising, so no, not a good spot to be digging holes in the ground. We're gonna have to think about this. Are we staying here one more night, or are we gonna have to leave this afternoon after Alex finishes work to go and do all those van life essentials and find a new park up? We'll see. So what do you reckon?
What do I reckon about what?
Are we staying or are we leaving?
I don't know. The pooper's pretty full, huh?
But it's so nice here when there's no one here.
Yeah. It was so quiet last night as well. I know there was a dog barking all night actually.
But it was lovely.
It was very quiet apart from that.
And it's very quiet now.
Yeah. Decisions.
So this is the state of our van. Every morning. Look at it. Things everywhere.
You haven't done your job making my bed, love. Your only job in the morning.
Don't listen to him. There's a toilet.
Yeah, lovely jubbly. Oh, sorry guys. We were just brushing our teeth when we had a bit of an accident. I was rinsing a bit of water down my sink and I felt a little trickle on my foot, and I thought, that's a bit strange, why is it down there? This 19 litre one is absolutely chock-a-block and it started overflowing right up to the handle. It is completely full, so I'm going to have a bit of a clean in there just to make sure we don't have any leftover water because, well, that wouldn't be good. Luckily we're on a tiny bit of a slope, so the water's running out from under the fridge and we can just mop it up as it comes out, so could be worse.
We actually have two grey water tanks, two 19 litre ones. Originally we were gonna have only one,
Thankfully, when we were putting the van together and talking about the kind of water system, Marlin was smart enough to realise that 19 litres wouldn't last us very long. I think it lasts us about 2 days, and we can swap, and then we have the other one for 2 days. I guess just means we have to empty more often, or we need to consume less water, which I think we have managed to cut it down a little bit, but it's still quite difficult to cut it down more than that.
We need an aerator.
Yeah, that too, yeah. It feels like there's too much water coming out.
A water-saving aerator. What a palaver, guys. Whilst we're cleaning up this mess, I think it might be a good idea to actually end this video and start it in a day or two from now and share something much more fun than an overflowed grey water tank.
Lovely jubbly, isn't it?
Lovely jubbly. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave it a like, subscribe to this channel if you're new here, and hit the notification bell button as well. There are so many people of you who are already subscribed who seem to not get notified about our videos. Where are you guys?
Come on, we need you.
So if you're one of them who haven't hit the notification bell button yet, please do that. And also please chat with us down in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Have a little chat. Say, just come by and say hello.
Exactly.
And before we leave you, don't forget that we have a Patreon page as well that you can become a member of. Click up here if you want to check that out, and also check out the link down in the description that takes you to some other pages where you can support our work a little bit extra. We hope that you enjoyed hanging out with us in this video. So thank you so much, and we will see you in the next one. Bye! We're actually in the spot that there's a viewpoint up there, so you can get a shot or a view. And my Tinto didn't have any alcohol, or it must have had very little alcohol.
What else is there? Any other negatives? The bread was stale? No, I'm joking.
It was actually. It was a bit dry. Hit that bell button now so that you get notified. I lost it.